Hi friends, today we are going to study one of the important topic in time value of money, that is present value and present value factor. First we are going to study present value. Let us start with an example. I require rupees 10,000 after 1 year. So this point is 1 year. Interest rate now is 10% per annum. How much I should invest now at the 0th year, that is at time t is equal to 0, so that I will get rupees 10,000 after 1 year. This is the principal P I have to find, that I have to invest at time t is equal to 0 to get rupees 10,000 after 1 year. In previous sections, we already studied about the future value of principal, or how much will a single payment accumulates to a later time. In that case, if I invest a principal P here, it will accumulate to a future value after a period. There we studied future value is equal to the principal into the accumulation factor. In some cases, it is denoted as C is equal to P into AN, where C is the future value. Now, if it is a compound interest case, then I can write C is equal to P into 1 plus I the whole raised to N. What this means? This means that if I deposit or invest a principal amount P for N period with a compound interest I, then it will accumulate to an amount C. That is equal to P into 1 plus I the whole raised to N. In this case, the question is reverse. That is, how much I have to invest today to get a future amount of rupees 10,000 after 1 year. Let us do it in the same manner. The future amount I need to get is rupees 10,000, and that is equal to the principal that I don't know. So I write it as P into AN. AN is the accumulation factor. So the accumulation factor for 1 year. So N is equal to 1 and I is already given, it is 10%. So I have to write 1 plus 10 divided by 100 the whole raised to 1. This can be written as P is equal to 10,000 divided by 1 plus 0.1 the whole raised to 1. That is equal to 10,000 divided by 1.1, that is equal to 9090.91. I round it off. What this means? This means that if I invest an amount 9090.91 at time t is equal to 0, then it will accumulate to an amount rupees 10,000 in 1 year. So this can be said in reverse. That is, if I require rupees 10,000 after 1 year, then I need to invest rupees 9090.91 at an interest rate of 10% per annum. Do you understood? The amount I need to invest today to get rupees 10,000 after 1 year is 9090.91 if the interest rate is 10%. This is the present value. That is the amount I need to invest today or now to get a required future amount. So let us define this present value now. Present value is that amount to be invested today at a given rate over a specified period to equal the future amount. That is, how much I need to invest today at a given rate over a specified period to equal the future amount. This is also called a discounted value because the future value is discounted to find the present value. From this, we can easily find a formula for present value. The present value is equal to C divided by 1 plus I the whole raised to n. So I got an equation for the present value. So we are going to explain something more about it. I know the equation for present value is P is equal to C divided by 1 plus I the whole raised to n. I can write it as C into 1 plus I the whole raised to minus n. What this equation says? This equation says that if I invest an amount P is equal to C divided by 1 plus I the whole raised to n, that is equal to C into 1 plus I the whole raised to minus n at a time t is equal to 0. That is now, the present time. And that will give you an amount C at a time t is equal to n. Therefore, this can be called as the present value of C due at a time n if interest rate is I. Again I repeat, this is the present value of C due at a time t is equal to n if the interest rate is I. It simply means that I need to invest an amount C by 1 plus I the whole raised to n at time t is equal to 0 to get an amount C at time t is equal to n. Or in the terms of future value, it says that if I invest an amount C by 1 plus I the whole raised to n at time t is equal to 0, then it will accumulate to the value C at time t is equal to n if I is the interest rate. There is a common denotation for 1 by 1 plus I the whole raised to n, that is equal to 1 plus I raised to minus n in subjects like actuarial science, and that is v raised to n. Now let us understand this value, that is what is v raised to n. Let us just put C is equal to 1 in this equation. What this equation will give? It gives that P is equal to 1 by 1 plus I the whole raised to n is equal to 1 plus I the whole raised to minus n. So what is 1 by 1 plus I the whole raised to n or 1 plus I the whole raised to minus n? It is equal to the present value if C is equal to 1. And we know I is the interest rate and n is the number of periods, that is time. We know this is v raised to n. Therefore, what is v raised to n? v raised to n is the present value of a lump sum. How much? 1. Due at the time, how much? N. If interest rate is I. So, at an interest rate I, the present value of a lump sum of 1 due at time n is the v raised to n. We call it as present value factor or discount factor of lump sum of 1. So this can be written as P is equal to C into v raised to n. So if I know the value of v raised to n, that is the present value factor or discount factor, then we just multiply that factor with the future required value. That will give the present value. So present value can be easily calculated if I know the present value factor or discount factor. This present value factor is available in present value tables, which are mostly usable in exam purposes. So if you can use that present value table in which the v raised to n values are available, then you can easily calculate the present value of a lump sum C. So it will make our calculation more easy. Now let us find some present value factors. What is the present value factor if I is equal to 10% and n is equal to 1 period? We know it is v raised to 1, that is equal to 1 by 1 plus 10 by 100, that is equal to 1 by 1.1. So that is equal to 0.909090 like that. So in our previous example, we know P can be calculated as C into the present value. So here the present value was v raised to 1 at I is equal to 10%. And we know C is 10,000 and that into 0.9090909. That is equal to 9090.91 that we got in the previous example. Now, can you calculate the present value factor if I is equal to 6% and period n is equal to 5? The present value factor is v raised to 5, that is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus 6 by 100 the whole raised to n. N is 5. So that is equal to 1 divided by 1.06 the whole raised to 5. The value is 0.747258. So what will be the present value of rupees 10,000 after 5 years if interest rate is 6% per annum? We know P is equal to C into v raised to 5, where v raised to 5 is the present value factor when I is equal to 6% and n is equal to 5. And we already calculated it as 0.747258. Substitute the value. C is 10,000 into 0.747258. That is equal to 7472.58. If you are not using present value table, then it is always easy to use the formula P is equal to C into v raised to n, that is equal to C by 1 plus I the whole raised to n, or C into 1 plus I the whole raised to minus n to calculate the present value. Now let us see some more examples in this case. Can you calculate the present value of rupees 1000 after 1 year at interest rate 10%? We know P is equal to C divided by 1 plus I the whole raised to 1, that is equal to 1000 divided by 1.1, that is equal to 909.09. What is the present value of rupees 1000 for n is equal to 2 and I is equal to 10%? I know the equation. P is equal to C by 1 plus I the whole square is equal to 1000 divided by 1.1 square, that is equal to 826.45. Similarly, if I calculate the present value of 1000 for the period 3 at interest rate 10%, then present value is equal to C by 1 plus I whole cube is equal to 1000 divided by 1.1 the whole cube. That is equal to 751.31. Look at these values. What happens as n increases? As n increases, the present value decreases. What this means? It means simply that the value of 1000 you received after period 3 will be less than the value of 1000 you received at period 2 will be less than the value of 1000 you received at period 1. This is simply the time value of money. So which one you will always prefer? You need to prefer that which gives more or high present value. So if one person offers you 1000 rupees after 1 year and the another person offers you 1000 rupees after 2 years, which one you will automatically prefer? You will prefer 1000 rupees after 1 year. So let us do one more problem before we conclude. Let you won a lottery for 10 lakh. The lottery company offers you two options. Option A, give the amount 10 lakh after 2 years. B, give 5 lakh after 1 year and remaining 5 lakh after 3 years. Which one you will accept is the question. The thing is very simple. You need to calculate the present value of both the cases. For option A, the present value, that is PA, is equal to C into 1 plus I the whole raised to minus n. I know C is equal to 10 lakh. So that is into 1 plus I. Let's take I is equal to 10% per annum. So it is 10 by 100 the whole raised to minus 2, because here full amount it is given after 2 years. So it is minus 2. The value is 10 lakh into 1.1 the whole raised to minus 2. I can calculate it as 826,446.28. For option B, it is given that the amount is split into 5 lakhs. So in the first case, I am writing it as PB1, that is the present value of first 5 lakh, that is given after 1 year. It is written as C into, here C is 5 lakh, into 1 plus I the whole raised to minus 1. So it is 1 plus I is 1.1 raised to minus 1. So that will give 454545.45. In the second part, I need to calculate the present value of 5 lakh that will give after 3 years. So I write PB2 is equal to 5 lakh into 1.1 the whole raised to minus 3. Why? Because it will give after 3 years. So the value it is calculated as 375657.40. So in this case, I am getting two payments. One is after 1 year and the second is after 3 years. So the present value of both the payments I have to add to get the total present value. So the total present value is the sum of 454545.45 and 375657.40. It is 5820203.8. That is 830202.85. Look at the present value of option A, that is 826,446.28, and the present value of option B is 830,202.85. So which one I have to opt? I have to opt the second one, that is the option B, because the present value of option B is more than the present value of option A. So I hope you understood what is present value and present value factor, and also to calculate it. Study notes for these videos are available in our website youtube-elearning.com. Stay tuned with us. Keep learning.